Hi everybody, my name is Jessie and I do somewhat in-depth perfume reviews in ASMR format. So if you love perfume and if you also love ASMR, you are in a great place. So today I'm going to be in honor of spring, and I was thinking spring makes me think of floral scents, so I wanted to choose a particular floral and I chose rose. So today I'm going to be showing you a range of my fragrances that I own that have rose in them. Some of these I've already talked about in other videos, and some of them maybe not, but yeah, I'll be talking about my fragrances. Today I'm doing a soft spoken video, so I'm not whispering, I'm just doing soft spoken. I'll be tapping and making sounds as usual. That's what ASMR is. If anybody's unfamiliar with ASMR, it's sounds that some people like to enjoy to listen to. Lastly, I have some samples, so not full bottles, but little samples that I'm going to go over that also are dominant in rose. Oh, and before I get started, I did try to dress on theme, as always. I try to do that for my videos, so I went with red because I was thinking either a red rose or a pink rose. So I went with red today. As you can see, I've got a red undershirt here. I've also got these fun red heart earrings. Super fun. And then also I've got this red velvet scrunchies in a bun, from with my hair in a bun. So that is the look for today's video in honor of roses, which is a scent that I really like, so I hope you do too. There's a lot of variety of rose fragrances out there, so I'm sure you do like some rose fragrances. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. So this is a very well-known, well-loved fragrance, very iconic. The three main notes in this are rose, orange, and patchouli, and it is, I love it. I find it so classy. You definitely have to like patchouli, otherwise you might not be a fan, but I like it. This is one of my scents that I would say is somewhat dominant in rose, that's on the heavier side. This is heavier for me, definitely because of the patchouli. So that is Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. This is the only other fragrance full bottle that I have that's also a bit on the heavier side for my preference again. This is called Fenty by Fenty Beauty, which is Rihanna's brand. As you can see, it says Fenty on the top there. And I mean, this bottle is just stunning. This sort of deep ambery brown red bottle, super stunning. This fragrance is, I'm obsessed. This fragrance has rose in it. It's also got a blueberry note. It's got quite a bit of patchouli. It has a kind of tart, I think either orange or it's like orange or tangerine, maybe it's tangerine note. And it's also got some other notes in it. It's just very interesting and unique and just so pretty. And I've never smelled anything quite like this. So this isn't like a straight up rose, same with the Chanel, but it's definitely got a rose note. Most of my fragrances here are not straight up rose. I've got quite a few samples that are mostly rose. Most of my fragrances are a little more, got other notes, but rose might be more dominant in these. So this is a musky rose. This is Juliette Has a Gun Lady Vengeance. And this fragrance just keeps growing on me. I haven't even worn it that many times, but sometimes I'll just go buy my fragrances and I'll smell them and it just makes me happy. And whenever I smell this, it makes me so happy. I don't think this is for everybody. I don't think this is a safe blind buy. But this is mostly rose and musk. And it's also got lavender in it. And quite a lot of ambroxan and iso-e super and musk. So it's a very musky, dewy rose. With again some other notes in it, but I just love this. I think it's so pretty, and I love musky fragrances. So that is Lady Vengeance by Juliette Has a Gun. Alright, and then this fragrance here, this is technically not rose, but it has peony. It's called Wonderland Peony by Floral Straight, and peony smells pretty similar to rose, so I threw it in here. As you can see, there's a peony on the back, and this fragrance is just really fun. It's like, it makes me think, it's called Wonderland Peony. It makes me think of like a Wonderland, yeah. It's like fluffy, fruity, sweet. It's got guava and raspberry bloom, peony, cotton candy. So it's just fruity, floral, sweet, very fun, girly. Okay, and then moving on, these next two are sort of like green floral rose. So this is Chloe. This is Chloe Au Naturelle. This one is a newer release. I think maybe 2021 or something like that. It's got this nice mint green ribbon, and this one has rose in it, but it's got a kind of green, citrusy slant to it. It has neroli and also citron and mimosa, and so it's definitely interesting. I don't think everybody would like this, but I like it. I'm not crazy about it. I might not keep this forever, but I'm keeping it for now. But definitely a very like natural green, interesting rose scent. So kind of same story with this next one here. This is Burberry Body Eau Tendre. Is that what it's called? Oh, it's just called Burberry Body Tender. So Burberry Body was the original, and then this is a flanker, Burberry Body Tender, and this one has rose in it, so it's definitely fairly dominant in rose, but what it really is dominant in is wormwood, which is a herbal green note. I think wormwood is what is in absinthe. Yeah, so this is really interesting, pretty. It's also got a note of tea, T-E-A, and it's also got green apple, which stands out to me. Yeah, I'm mostly getting the rose, green apple, wormwood, and tea, and musk. It's got a little musk, so this is really interesting. I've got a sample of the original Burberry Body on the back, because one of these days I'm going to review this on my channel. So yeah, really pretty, fresh, green, interesting rose. And then lastly, this is my last rose fragrance that I have. This is Chloe Eau de Toilette. This is the 2015 version. There's an earlier version. This is the 2015 version. As you can see, it's got this white bow, pink liquid. The silver is totally like oxidized or something. It used to be actually just silver, but now it's like kind of goldy bronze something. But anyway, this is so beautiful. This fragrance is so beautiful. It's dominant in rose. It also has some very fresh citrus notes in the opening, bergamot and lemon. It's also got magnolia, gardenia, cotton flower, and musk. So it's just an extremely beautiful, floral, fresh, dewy rose sort of scent that I will always love. Chloe Eau de Toilette. Okay, I pulled a lot of samples because I have a lot of good ones that are great examples of rose dominant scents. So I pulled a lot, so I hope you enjoy. I'm not going to spray all of these, but I'm going to spray some of them, the ones that I haven't smelled in a really long time and I'm not familiar with. So first one that I have here, this is Elizabeth Arden White Tea Wild Rose. So there's the Elizabeth Arden White Tea, which I own and I'm obsessed with, and this is a flanker called the Wild Rose. I'm just gonna spray a tiny bit. This is very similar to, it really is just the white tea, but with the addition of rose, I would say. Interesting. There's also a mate note, I think. Is that what it says? Yeah, a mate note. So yeah, really pretty. Yeah, just really pretty. Rose, very fresh. It also has white tea, as you can imagine. Next, I've got Delina La Rosee. This is by Parfums de Marley. And their original is called Delina, which is also a very rosy scent. The La Rosee is my favorite of the flankers. So there's the Delina, Delina La Rosee, and then there's also Delina Exclusif. And these both have rose in them. The La Rosee is very fresh. It's got watery notes. It's got lychee, it's got peony, musk, pear, bergamot. So it's very fresh, watery, beautiful, beautiful rose. If it were not so expensive, I would totally get a bottle, but it's crazy expensive, so I'm probably not going to get a bottle anytime soon. On the other hand, the Delina Exclusif is the heaviest of the three. It is got some vanilla, it's also got rose and lychee, but it's also got amber, incense, oud, and woody notes, so it's a little bit heavier, more of a going out sort of scent, but really pretty, really sexy, really nice. So those are the Delinas. And then next I've got, this is Féminin Pluriel by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This is the same brand that makes Baccarat Rouge 540, which is the most famous of the bunch from this brand. I got this in a bunch of samples, just a bunch of random samples that I bought on Mercari, and oh my goodness, I am so glad that I did, because it is absolutely beautiful and it is extremely expensive, and I think I'm still going to buy a bottle at some point soon because it is just that good. I'm going to wear it a few more times just to make sure, but this has, it's dominant in iris and violet, so it's very powdery. It's also got rose and some other notes, a little bit of patchouli, but it's like an extremely soft floral, almost sort of laundry smell. I don't know, I was just going insane when I smelled this when I first got it. It also has amazing longevity, like out of this world. So that is Féminin Pluriel by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Okay, next we have Viva la Juicy Rosé. So I haven't smelled this in a really long time. I assume it's a flanker of the original Viva la Juicy, which is a fragrance that I really enjoy. Yeah, definitely. I get a little bit of the original Viva la Juicy, but I get quite a bit of rose coming through. So really pretty, probably pretty affordable. Very safe blind buy, I would say. Alright, next we have, this is Acqua di Parma Rosa Nobile. As you can see, it's got this pink top. So I'm gonna spray this. If I recall, it's just a very fresh, realistic rose. It's been a bit since I've smelled it. Yeah, really pretty, very fresh rose, almost tangy or something. I wonder what's giving it that. I see that it's got mandarin orange in it, and it's also got ambergris and pepper. So that's interesting. So yeah, it's almost like a kind of a rounded out orange. Or sorry, not orange. Rose. Okay, so that is Acqua di Parma, Rosa, Nobile. Next, this is by Montal, and it's called Intense Cafe Ristretto. This is definitely a very heavy fragrance. It is dominant in coffee, the note of coffee. That's why it's called Intense Cafe Ristretto. So the Montal Intense Cafe is much more well known. This is the Intense Cafe Ristretto. I think they're kind of similar, but I think this one's like a flanker. Anyway, this is dominant in coffee, rose, vanilla, caramel. So I'm gonna give this a spray. I just need a touch. Just a touch. Oh yeah, it's like a dark, sweet coffee rose. Yeah, really pretty. If you don't like coffee, you're probably not gonna like this one, but I like it. Montal Intense Cafe Ristretto. Okay, moving on. This is Arden Linen Rose, and I wore this quite a bit when I was on vacation a few months ago when I got engaged. So this has really nice memories associated with it. It's a good vacation, tropical vacation sort of scent. So it's dominant in rose, but it's also got some tropical notes of coconut, sea salt, and also sea notes. So it's got kind of like a marine notes feel. It's also got vanilla, ylang ylang, amber, and orange blossoms. So it's just a nice sort of tropical floral marine type of scent. Really pretty, kind of powdery. Yeah, just really nice. Next, we have, this is Rose Rabachi by Maison Rabachi. This is a perfumer that most people probably haven't heard of, but I happened upon some samples of it on Mercari and bought them. So this is, to me, what I remember, this was also a very fresh, true rose sort of scent. Let me give it a smell, give it a spray. Yeah, very fresh. It's got notes of rose, but it's also got some fruity notes. It has peach and raspberry and musk and saffron and orris. Yeah, so really pretty. Really pretty. I'm going to leave this one out to wear it more myself because I actually really like it. So that is Rose Rabachi by Maison Rabachi. Okay, next we have Atomic Rose by Initio Parfums. This is a very expensive niche fragrance house, Initio. I have a sample of this that I was given like 2 or 3 years ago when I was first getting into perfumes, and I went to a local fragrance shop in my area, and this fragrance is, wow, this packs a punch. This has an extremely dominant pink pepper note to my nose. It's obviously got rose, It's also got vanilla and hedione. And yeah, so I really like this. I would consider getting a bottle if it were not so expensive. It's been a while since I've smelled Born in Roma by... Is that YSL? I don't remember who makes Born in Roma. But anyway, I feel like this almost smells a little bit like that. Can't explain it. Almost leans a little bit masculine. But anyway, that is Atomic Rose by Initio Parfums. Okay, moving on. This is Chanel Chance Eau Tendre. This is the EDP. The EDT has been around for much longer, and so many more people are familiar with the EDT, the Eau de Toilette. That one doesn't actually have any rose notes in it, but it's very fresh and floral. This one is dominant in rose, the Eau de Parfum Chance Eau Tendre. So this is dominant in quince and rose, musk, and it's also got grapefruit and jasmine. It's extremely beautiful, soft rose. It's just slightly fruity, soft, musky rose. Really pretty, really pretty. Okay, and then next, this is Eau Rose by Diptique. So this fragrance is, let me spray it, it's been a little bit, but it's obviously smells very rosy. I think I remember it smelling pretty fresh, pretty realistic, almost like a little bit green or something. Let's see. Very fresh, kind of watery. It's got a note of lychee, it's got musk and bergamot and geranium. It's also got a note of honey, but I'm not getting any of that. Just a very fresh, pretty rose. So that is Eau Rose by Diptique. Okay, next, this is Very Irresistible by Givenchy. This is the Eau de Toilette. I don't know if they have an Eau de Parfum. I'm going to spray this because it's been a bit. Okay. This is really pretty. Almost has like a warm spiciness to it. Let me look on Fragrantica. Oh, I see it has star anise in it. So that's probably what I'm smelling. But anyway, this is so pretty. Wow. This has rose, peony, and also Taif rose. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Taif, T-A-I-F rose. So a certain type of rose. And it's got the star anise, which I am able to smell. Nobody else appears to be able to smell that, but I'm smelling the star anise. It's also got cassia. So yeah, this is really nice. I might consider getting a bottle of this. This is really pretty. So that is Very Irresistible by Givenchy. Okay. And then lastly, we've got, this is Idole by Lancome. And I'm not going to take this out because I know what it smells like, but Idole is just this is a very beautiful, fresh fragrance. A very like modern, wearable, likable rose. I think a lot of people who do not like rose might like this. Anyway, this is dominant in rose, pear, musk. It's also got some bergamot, vanilla, and jasmine. So yeah, this is really pretty, very fresh, watery, floral, just very pretty. Feels like you can't go wrong with it. So that is Lancome Idole. And that is the end of my video. So those are all of my fragrances that have rose, dominant note of rose in them, or semi-dominant. As you can see, my perfumes are not straight up rose. The only one I have that to me is like straight up rose are maybe these ones, but all of the other ones that I have, are just kind of Rose is like a main supporting character. But all of the samples that I mentioned are pretty rosy, so if you like rose and you want to go for a rose scent, I would say try and get a sample of some of the samples that I mentioned, or any of the full bottles that I mentioned. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try and come out with some more videos like this that are not just single perfume reviews, because most of the content on my channel is single perfume reviews where I'll just review a single bottle. I really enjoy that, but I realize that viewers probably enjoy these types of videos a little bit more. They certainly do better with the views. But anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you all are taking care of yourselves and doing the best that you can day by day. Just remember that little baby steps is what matters in this world. It's not the big things that matter the most. I just think it's those little moments, like how you communicate, how you use your words, the little actions that you take, whether it's with people you know or just strangers when you're out and about in the world. I just think those little subtle choices that we make every day are what's most important. So I will leave you with that message to think on, and thank you all so much for watching my video. I will catch you in another video soon. Okay, take care. Bye.